Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to. As you can see, I still haven't had a haircut, but I did shave my beard. I was starting to look far too much like a tramp and I thought that needed to go. As you may have seen from the previous video, I decided to put a new exhaust on this little beauty, aka Solenoid. Again, not to be confused with Sienna over there, who I've just realised has a flat battery again, so I need to periodically charge that one. So if you didn't see that video, check out up there, it'll be somewhere. But one thing my wife does not approve of is me getting deliveries for this thing. So of course I did. We'll cut back to when I actually had this new thing delivered. I love packages day. Delivery. This is impossible to do with one hand, I have to tell you, especially with a knife, so I might have to put it down. But, oh, there we go. You might kind of guess where this is going, because it's really funny. Yes, that is right. This is a fat bottle of NOS. That's right. This little puppy is getting bit of nitrous. You may think, well, that's a bit stupid. You've got a 1 litre C1 here. Why would you put nitrous on a 1 litre C1? That's a very good question, actually. Not one that I have a really legitimate answer for. Now, they do a turbo kit for this. Yeah, believe it or not, someone has done that. So they turbo this with a charge cooler for about £4,000. Now, I could buy another one of these for less than that, considerably less. So I didn't really think that £4,000 was a good use of my hard-earned money. Also, what that led me to believe, and from talking to people and doing my internet research, is that this can handle on stock internals up to at least 130 bhp. Now, they do run charge coolers and stuff to keep the temperatures down, but the stock internals can handle that amount of power. Now, I won't be putting a huge jet on that, and I can't install it all in this episode, mainly for the fact that I'm waiting on some parts. I need a progressive nitrous controller, and if you don't know what that is, what it means is you've probably seen it in the movies where they smash this shot of nitrous and it all delivers that spray in one go, apart from when it purges out the side, like so. That's obviously going to happen too, but apart from that, it delivers all of the nitrous in one shot. So say we put a 35 bhp shot in this, it would deliver it all in one go, which is not what I want. I want this to be progressively released as the revs rise. So as I put my foot on the accelerator, the nitrous progressively gets released as the revs raise, and eventually you will get the full 100% when you hit the top of the rev range. So that's kind of how I want it to be delivered. And I can't get a progressive controller because things have stopped being delivered to my house, which is a pain in my ass. But what I can do is start to look at where I'm going to run the lines down the car. I need to make sure it's long enough and how I can get access, and route it back up to the front, and where I'm going to start mounting things under the bonnet. If you've seen the size of that battery, it's ridiculous. Hello. It's like a friggin' AA. It's tiny. As you can see, the engine itself is pretty tiny as well, so there's not actually much to work with back here. But what I do know is that is my little throttle body at the back there, so that's where I need to eventually mount my jet. So I can see a nice spot on the inner wing here where I'm probably going to put my solenoids for the NOS bottle. So let me go and get those. So I was kind of again sizing up with the fuel in, fuel out, nitrous in, nitrous out, etc. Just making sure I had all the parts that I needed. So this is the solenoids that control the release of both of those things, with obviously the connectors on the back. So I'll take all these connectors off. It was just mainly purely to see what fitted where, make sure that I had, like I said, everything. And another reason for thinking about nitrous rather than anything else is this is completely reversible, but hopefully. So what I'm going to do is, you've got to mount some mounting points on the back there. So what I'm going to do is have a look to see where I can take these parts off and see where I can mount it. So I've been looking for somewhere to run the hose, the nitrous hose, which I think I'll do through there. That one's very close to the exhaust, which is sitting just there. I don't think that'd be a good idea, but as you can see, it's full of water, so I'm going to use these drain plugs and get rid of those water, because that will just rust nicely. Not sure where the leak's from, it's probably from the boot lid, but I'll get rid of that water, and then I'll see. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of hose, so I'm going to run it through there and just have a look and see how far it goes down the front, and if I can use that. I don't really want to get rid of the spare wheel in there as well. It's always nice to carry a spare wheel, so I think I'll use the cover, but I'll get some wood and mount it to the cover, mount the bottle to the cover, so then I can retain the spare wheel as well as mounting the bottle in the boot. But I'll get rid of the water so that doesn't rust, and then try and run that hose through there. So I've been down here with Zach. We've actually been building a little bit of a brace for the spare wheel well, because it just wasn't that very stable, very secure, very strong. So we put a bit of bracing around the outside of that and mounted this to the top. So now we've cleaned out all of that. The hosing is ready to go through the car. It fits, obviously the car's tiny, so easily fits through there. And now we're going to put this back into the boot and see if the bottle then fits. Right, so that is in. You can see it's pretty damn secure now. Obviously just mocked up the hose on there, but that's where it will sit. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty secure in there, pretty tidy as well. It means we can still use the spare wheel well underneath, so we don't have to get rid of that. The bracing itself is really hard, really secure. It will not come out. So at least now the bottle's mounted. Took a bit longer than I wanted, but me and Zach soon sorted that out. It's bloody cold out here. So now we're going to call it quits for today. Well, in fact, what I might do is quickly try and find a space for the solenoid, and I'll show you that in a second, Zach, and we'll get that mounted up front. That will only take a couple of minutes. Then we'll move the car, and then we'll play a bit of basketball together to finish off the day.
Professional basketballer over here.
Yeah, professional short arse over there, yeah. He's actually very good. He's actually very good.
I might be small, but my skill speaks for itself.
It does indeed. So, yeah, we'll put the back away now, jump to the front, finish the solenoid off. So I've just moved the car outside so I had a bit better light, but we found a good spot for all the solenoids there. The fuel, if you can see it just around there, that's fuel in and out, so that should be easy to get access to for the back one there. I mean, it needs a bit of a clean down there because it's very dusty. Nitrous in is there as well, and I can get both of them out and go back to there. Then I've also got the purge out here, and this is the long purge line, and I really want to create a kind of a sneaky little hole just here to put the purge valve just underneath, so it looks completely stock. And then it just sprays it out, and obviously it takes people by surprise, and then a little C1. But that's all mounted now, all nice and solid and ready, in a good spot. Again, it doesn't really get in the way, so I can put that there now, it doesn't matter. This is the loom for it. I got the other side of it the other way. I just need to find some switch lives and earths for those, and there's a couple of earths back here, although dirty, that I can probably repurpose. But now I've done that, I think I'm going to call it a day. I was saying to Zach though, I explained to him how I kind of think it works, but I think I might get a aftermarket air filter for it, because this takes up quite a lot of space, and it would make it much easier to get access to the inlet. If I do it this way, I can just get a cold air pipe down there and fit an aftermarket filter down that way somewhere. So I might have a quick look, see if there's anything I can find. But yeah, I've got to wait really now for deliveries, but this is the start of it being installed. Next thing I'll do is, me and Zach said we're going to get the full hose run. I need to jack the car up. So we've just been joined by Missy May. Hello, Missy.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
So next time, on the next episode, I've got another thing to install on this. Again, why not? And while I'm doing that, I think me and Zach will run the hose and secure it, and Harper, the length of the car from the front to the back, and secure it, so then at least the nitrous line is run.
Is it going to go from under the car? Because so
I'm going to run it under the car.
Yeah, because otherwise that's just going to look really bad if you go over.
Yeah, no, it's going to run. I'm going to run it under the car and secure it to the bottom of the car. So that's why I want to make sure I can find some nice places where we can make it nice and neat and run it all along the bottom of the car and then come out. And then at the same time, I need to take this off for the next job. So I was saying to Zach, I can drill a little hole in here.
Yeah, you're going to do a little sneaky spot, like
a little sneaky spot around here for the
to freak people out with the nitrous.
With the purge valve, yeah.
Since it's
and then
tiny
that just
little C1 that looks.
That just goes into there, so that'll be a really small little circuit there. Yes.
Can I do the brum brum thing?
You just want to do the exhaust again, don't you?
I
It's your favourite bit, isn't it, Harper?
Yeah.
In every car. You want to show us what it's made of?
Yeah.
Go on then. Okay, enough. She's absolutely mental, this girl.
Shall I do it again?
No! Jesus, we got neighbours. You're crazy. No! I'm going to take it to the top, okay? Get it out of the way so people can't see.
That's so cool.
Right.
I love it.
Do you want to do the sign off?
So, oh yes. Okay, but I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what we should also do during this these times. Don't forget to ring the bell to get noted to be the first one to see one of our new videos. We'll see you guys in the next time.
No fear. King. Yeah. No fear. Only fight. I'm fearless. It's only right. My head's up. I stay strong. Forever.